news was out.
There was a lot of controversy swirling around him as to whether or not he should be fighting post-brain operation.
Fue muy desgastante de hospital en hospital que te metiera en medio de contraste. A Misión de Nevada le dije, mira, ¿qué más examen quieres? La pelea que tuve en el 2000 con Eddie Morales. Fue una pelea salvaje y cualquier reacción, cualquier cosa hubiera salido. Pero ya cuando nos estaban hablando para decirnos, ¿sabes qué? Si peleas, pacquiao. Estábamos evacuando a Big Bear porque se estaba quemando.
Forced fires raged in picturesque Big Bear, California, where Barrera was training for Pacquiao. His camp was forced to move, costing him valuable training time. Barrera's trainer, Sendai Tanaka, remembers.
Siempre como de Marco hace como de 150, 200 rounds de sparring, pero esa pelea fue como de menos que 50 rounds. No tenían tiempo para trabajar, no estaba listo para pelear a ese momento.
Not ideal conditions, even for a future first ballot Hall of Famer.
Certainly Marco Antonio Barrera was by far the more known commodity before the first time they fought. He had beaten Prince Nassim Hamed. He had beaten Eric Morales. He had already gunned down superstars on his way to the place where he was at that time.
And what comes along? A southpaw from the Philippines that could punch like hell that nobody knew anything about.
Most of the people prayed that he would win, but deep down in their hearts, they didn't expect him to win.
I think there are two Filipinos only, my manager and my trainer. They believe that I'm gonna win.
And here was this kind of, I thought, a bit of an overrated offensive dynamo who was one-dimensional, moving up to fight Marco Antonio Barrera. Well, boy, this guy's going to get his comeuppance. And I couldn't have been more wrong. It was a demolition.
One-sided.
Shocking. He was on. Plain and simple.
There are probably some in this arena who didn't really know who Manny Pacquiao was.
We're going to push him every minute of every round.
He's fighting at a slow pace. I want you to pick it up a little bit for me, okay?
And make him fight every minute of every round. And that's what we did.
To me, it looked like if those guys fought 100 times, the same thing's going to happen 100 times.
De hecho, mi hermano la quería parar desde el sexto.
Jorge Barrera was the assistant trainer that night.
Fue algo muy difícil para mí. Él es mi hermano. Yo lo quiero mucho y no hay necesidad de que él agarre más golpes que a la larga le pueden afectar.
Pacquiao just hammered him. Just hammering him.
Pegando, la voy a parar. No, dame chance otros 2 rounds más. Yo decía, algo tengo que hacer, ¿no? Pues yo tampoco le reclamé porque pues al fin de cuentas es mi hermano y sabe por qué hizo las cosas.
That's the most desperate look I've ever seen on Marco Antonio's face. The irresistible force of Manny Pacquiao. Barrera's corner man is up on the apron. He's going to step into the ring.
No me sentía yo mismo, no podía, yo llegaba a mi esquina y decía, no puedo hacer nada, no sé qué está pasando.
While Marco Antonio Barrera was forced to pick up the pieces, Manny Pacquiao had arrived.
Everything changed after that first Barrera fight. He's a hero, he's an icon.
They just went crazy, absolutely crazy. The motorcade he got was unbelievable. Literally millions of people came out to greet him, shouting, hero, idol, idol. And overnight, he was a sensation.
Pacquiao, to his credit, he only fought big fights after Barrera. And then he takes on El Terrible, Eric Morales.
Pacquiao and Morales fought a thrilling trilogy. Pacquiao lost the first matchup by decision, but came back to score devastating knockout victories over the Mexican legend in the next 2 fights.
Manny Pacquiao goes to another level.
Because of those fights, Pacquiao's fame now extends outside the ring. He is also a singer and an actor in his spare time. Last spring in the Philippines, he added politician to his resume in a bid for a congressional seat.
As early as about 8 or 9 years ago, he told us then that he wanted to enter politics because he wanted to serve his people.
A lot of people in my place that need help, especially poor people, and I want to help them.
Pacquiao lost the election, but didn't lose his status as a national hero.
He inspires people. He gives pride to the country. They were not willing to give him up as a champion boxer to serve in the government, and that's the real reason why he didn't win.
When there's a Pacquiao fight, this nation comes together as one. And he is the single strongest unifying factor in the country today.
Cebu City, Philippines, part of an island nation of over 85 million people. On August 10th, Manny Pacquiao left the Los Angeles press conference and flew directly here to train for the Barrera rematch. It's a controversial move that begged the question, why?
There was a big report that me and Manny had an argument or something, but that never happened.
I told to my team already that before the press conference happened in LA, I told them that I will be back in the Philippines to start training.
When Freddie Roach was asked if he knew about the planned move, he gave a different answer.
No, for him to fly back, I was really surprised.
Speculation was that Pacquiao's move was a reaction to Roach's decision to train Oscar de la Hoya in Puerto Rico last spring for his mega fight with Floyd Mayweather. Because of that, Pacquiao was without Roach in his camp before his fight with Jorge Solis.
Sometimes I feel maybe he's testing me a little bit because I went away for Oscar. Will he go away for me? I'm not sure, but sometimes that thought runs through my mind.
Roach did wind up following Pacquiao to the Philippines on August 14th.
It was time to start work. I said, okay, we just can't have any distractions, and he agreed to it, and so we're here.
Guadalajara, Mexico. An ordinary boxing gym, but home to an extraordinary fighter. Today, Marco Antonio Barrera trains for Manny Pacquiao with a passion he hasn't felt in quite a while.
Se ponga a entrenar porque no la lleva tan fácil como los comentarios y las apuestas dicen.
That fire seemed to be missing in Barrera's last fight. In March, he lost a unanimous decision to fellow Mexican Juan Manuel Marquez.
Juan Manuel fue a hacer nada más un trabajo para pelear, no más. Hay veces que llegaba y decía, no, no boxeo, hoy más despacio, y así pasó. Y la motivación de ahora es muy diferente.
While Barrera's fervor may be back, his longtime trainer, Rudy Perez, is not. Missing from Barrera's corner for the first time in his professional career.
Vamos 20 y tantos años trabajando, yo creo que Rudy es como mi segundo papá y yo creo que, como él me dijo, es que ya mi capacidad no da para más. Pero si Rudy me llama y me dice, Marco, quiero estar en tu esquina, adelante, él sabe que es parte de la familia.
It really